Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider and another story. Today we have a tram driver, and he's going to share his experience of what it's like to be a tram driver in and around the city of London. So nice to have you here today. So before we start, tell me, what kind of child were you at when you were at school?
At school. Wow, you got me there. So unfortunately, I will quote a report. A report says this is a very talented individual, very smart, very engaging. However, if he only could stop talking, he would probably achieve quite a substantial, and the reports, they all followed that sort of theme, unfortunately. So yeah, I was quite smart in school, but I didn't settle, I didn't concentrate.
Maybe you should have been a podcaster.
Maybe, I think you're onto something here.
Okay, so tell me, what made you want to join the tram industry?
Yeah, so I'm not a tram driver. I train tram drivers, but I'm not one now myself. So I started at TFL. That's how I started. I worked for Transport for London, and the sort of courses that I train led me to Croydon to train tram drivers. But what started is just a love of people. When I was at uni, I did a science degree that took me to working in a lab, and I found that I wasn't lab-based. I found that I like to engage with people, talk to people, and I started chasing something along those lines. So customer service is what suited my skill set, and I've been doing that ever since. Yeah.
What would you say you've learnt that you wish you knew when you started?
Right. University is not simply an escape from home. Yes. University is not a way to get yourself out of the door and away from your parents. It is the key to the rest of your life. So give it serious thought. Don't just go with maybe what other people are telling you to study. Go for something that you think you would be happy to do for the rest of your life. Even if you think there's a lot of competition in that role or what have you, make sure you're studying something that you truly love. Yeah, that's the advice I'd give myself 20 years ago, you know?
If for someone who wants to be a tram driver or even in your position, what are the skills and the qualifications that they need?
Luckily, there are no skills. You do need English and maths at a decent level. You have to be able to read and write competently. C and above, yes, definitely. But luckily, we will train tram drivers everything that they need. So as long as you're coming to us, forgive me, my phone's going off here.
Go on, as long as you're coming to us.
So as long as you're coming to us with English and maths, and an ability to concentrate, because the training is very intensive, you can get there. Tram drivers get there through hard work.
How long is the course?
Currently, it's 13 weeks.
Okay, so and the money's like this normal?
Money, it ranges. So at the moment, and this is likely to change in 5 years or 10 years, I don't know, it depends on when it is, but right now it's 28,000 to train, and then once you finish training it's 35,000, and then once you're a fully fledged tram driver after a year, it goes up to 44,000.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. So
it's the job security.
And there's job security. So even now in this pandemic that we've been in, and COVID's been going, it's wrecked a lot of devastation for people's income. We've managed to keep going. We've not furloughed anybody. All tram drivers have kept going, kept their jobs throughout this entire pandemic.
If you drive a tram, is it the same as driving a train or a tube?
Some people think so, but no, it's completely different, to be fair. We've got train drivers who used to drive trains who tell me it feels different. We've had bus drivers, because we get a lot of bus drivers who sort of progress from bus driving to tram driving. It's in the middle. Yeah, we would say it's completely unique, and bus drivers say it's more difficult. You have to foresee a lot more. in a moving vehicle with four wheels, you have the ability to maneuver left and right and compensate for other people's mistakes. On a tram, you can only slow down or go faster. Those are your only options. So you have to foresee a lot more.
Last two questions. What does the future hold for you?
Oh, for me, well, my daughter got into the best school in her area, so I imagine I'm just going to be supporting her journey. That's what my future's looking like. So she's about to start primary school, so
Okay.
It's the beginning of her journey, you know. I've stopped thinking about me now. It's no more about her.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. Responsibility. Last question is, what's the impact you want to have on the world?
I want to leave it better than I found it. I think that's the purpose of humanity. I think we're hearing a lot about overcrowding, overpopulation, mistreatment of races against each other. I think our one goal, whether you're religious or not, I think everyone can agree that we need to leave this earth better than we arrived on it. So for me, that's seeing a move to recyclable, renewable energies. That's me consuming less and leaving a better footprint on the earth. Just on that level, we could go deeper, we could go spiritually, but just on that level, just a physical level, let's leave the earth better than we found it.
That's good. And the last thing is, if somebody wanted to apply for a job on the tram, do they have to go via TFL?
Not quite. The trams are actually contracted by First Group. So if you wanted to become a tram driver, we would ask you to sign up to the careers website, so firstgroup.com/careers, and you'd be able to sign up for email alerts. What we would get you to do is sign up for email alerts, and whenever there's a tram driver vacancy, so maybe this time next year there'll be some more, sign up for email alerts. You'll get an automatic email that would tell you when to fill in an application form, and then I will be the guy who will be going through those applications.
Thanks a lot.
Not a problem.
And we wish you well.
Blessings.
We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in a continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.